Before we call upon our guest of honor, I'd just like to share a few words. Miss Flores, Elsie, like I call her, has been a friend to me and to my family for many years. I've known her since I was a little girl. When I first started teaching 30 years ago, she was a first grade teacher, and I was her next door neighbor teacher. We both taught first grade, and we were both going to school at the same time. She was working on her master's to become an administrator, and I was working on my counseling degree. And so if I ever needed children to be disciplined, I would send them to Elsie. And if she ever needed children to be counseled, she'd send them to me. So it was really nice. And we usually just counseled each other and had a wonderful time doing it. It was bittersweet when she left to be an administrator at Milton, a position that I know she loved and cherished. But it was so nice for her to come back to Ryan Elementary as our school principal 9 years ago. Working alongside her and looking up to her as our principal has been a true gift for me and for many of us. Ms. Flores, Elsie, is super compassionate. She cares about each and every one of us, from the staff, especially the students, their parents, all of us. She just really loves us and cares about us. She's always been extremely accommodating, whether it was young moms who were having struggles with their babies and with sitters and getting them to school, whether it was those of us going back to school to work on furthering our education, and even for those of us who have older and ailing parents or loved ones. She always allowed us the opportunities to spend with our families, with our loved ones, doing what we needed to do, and accommodated us, with the time that we needed to take care of those issues. Elsie is extremely, and all the teachers here can say that, Elsie is extremely competitive, okay? Growing up, a very active tennis player, went on to win all kinds of awards and got to play for Laredo Junior College at the time on scholarship. Elsie has always loved tennis, but Elsie doesn't like to lose. She loves to win. She has to win. And so she constantly, I think she took some psychology classes, sends us subliminal messages constantly. The kids are going to do well. We're going to get masters. We're going to do well in the start. We need, attendance and everything. In many meetings that we would have as a leadership team, or with our assistant principals, Ms. Martinez and Ms. Flores, it's always been whatever the teachers want, whatever the teachers need. What do we need to equip them? What are the items that they need what is the time that they need? She's always thought of teachers first. She's always wanted the teachers to be happy and to be in an environment where they could do their job. Constantly pushing our students, but in a beautiful and loving and sweet way. The 9 years that she's been with us, Melissa and I always do the Students of the Month. We call them now the Bobcats of the Month. And Ms. Flores is always there, along with Ms. Martinez and Ms. Dolores. And we give them their ribbons and their certificates and things. And every single child that Ms. Flores gives a certificate to, she says, you're going to get a master's in the STAR. You're going to get a master's in the STAR. Pre-K 3, you're going to pass the STAR when you're in 3rd grade. I am not lying. And the kids are smiling and happy. But yes, every single child. And she celebrates our students. Anytime we have successes, whether it be in sports or our dance teams, UIL especially, oh my goodness, she pushes those UIL coaches because she always wants to be number one. And we've had lots of number ones. Congratulations to our UIL coaches. You're always welcome. And because of her subtle push and all of her effort, all of her dedication to whatever it is that our staff needs, we've garnered distinctions. She was challenged by Dr. Nelson, may he rest in peace. She was constantly challenged. She's still challenged by Dr. Rios that Ryan has to be number one. Ryan has to be the best. And we, you know, her push and her support has gotten us there. Of course, with all of the talent of our teachers, little by little, we've started earning more and more distinctions. And again, like Ms. Ponchels, the biggest, most awesome honor of all, you know, being named a National Blue Ribbon School. Amazing. It's hard for me to believe being 30 years, because I got my little 30-year service award pin, and it's so exciting. Way back when we were next door neighbors, that we had chalkboards, and we used newsprint paper, and we used to recycle our crayons. We would get buckets, and any broken pieces we'd pick up and the kids would share. At Ryan Elementary, for the whole school, we had exactly 1 TV and 1 VCR. And we had to sign up for it way in advance for the whole school. Do you all remember that? We used to, of course, and Melissa and I were laughing about our duplicating machine. We had to stand in line and hope that we wouldn't get all purple, you know, when making our own copies and protecting those copies and sharing them. And we've talked about that. We've talked about that together. Look how far we've come from that 1 TV and 1 VCR in the whole school and writing our own daily, you know, work on the board to, you know, facing a worldwide pandemic, to having to learn and teach and communicate online, conduct lessons, conduct meetings. Totally not what any of us would have wanted or expected, but our teachers, our staff, completely, you know, met the challenge and exceeded. You know, our current results from our last assessments are that we did fantastic, despite, you know, all of the hardships that we have. Ms. Flores called on a team of us to pass out packets when not everybody had, you know, their Chromebooks and their iPads yet, and we'd stand outside and we'd wear our hazmat suits and we'd make our copies and pass them out to the cars, and while the teachers were at home, you know, working with their students online. Ms. Flores even learned how to administer COVID tests and read COVID tests. Along with Ms. Martinez and Ms. Flores, I was the very first one to get tested, and I felt like a lab rat, really, because we were all waiting to see what was gonna happen. But she did it, and we all did it, and it's been amazing. What an amazing run. Congratulations, Ms. Flores. We love you. We're not going to say goodbye. I've already convinced her to be our Uber Eats driver. She'll bring us lunch at least once a week. You know. And she promises not to be a stranger. She'll definitely come back and visit with us and be a judge, be a sub for PE. Who knows? We might start a tennis team. I don't know. We're going to do something, but we're not going to say goodbye. Before I call Ms. Flores up, I'd like to ask Ms. Acosta. She and Ms. Amaro, Ms. Leticia Amaro, have created a video capturing just so many activities where Ms. Flores has led us and has celebrated us. A couple of favorites was Pink Day, when it was Barbie's 60th birthday, and all kinds of stuff. So please enjoy the video.